Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ravenport. Yeah, remember the name. Hitman82. I'm joining Fadman. Hello, Fadman.
Hello, Hitman.
Looking pretty cool in your purple shirt and your shades. Uh, we've got Sean, Victoria up there. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Don't fall and hurt yourself. We got no workers' comp around here.
I'll try.
Jump, jump, jump.
Jump! Watched Man on a Ledge last night. Anyway, Mike. Hello, Mike. You're John.
Quiet, man.
There's a Rick and there's a Squirrely. He's hiding behind me again, I bet. Hello, Rick.
Howdy.
And Squirrely, where are you? Oh, you're a squirrely one.
Hello.
Right, so today it's 6 a.m., so we're not in the dark this time. Well, we're not working in the dark. Some of us are still in the dark. That would be me. So we're working on some missions today. Fad's got a cotton harvest going, and he's off and running already. He's ready to go. Squirrely's using the Green Farm's fast track to do some transport missions for Blue Farm. And Rick, you're giving Fad a hand, I'm assuming here, or are you off to do some other missions?
Which?
I imagine you'll probably be working on some of the Purple Farm ones, just like Mike and Sean are working on. And I'm off to do some harvesting mission.
I was going to say, Rick, if you either want to do the sunflowers or do the 20-something fields, i.e. the bottom row of fields, it's either or, and then the guys can help out with whatever it is you prefer to not choose, as it were.
Okay.
Because those are really the two kind of splits of what else we've got going on for Purple Farm. I just figured that I'd do the cotton, because I haven't done cotton before.
Yay! Well, it's fun to do things you haven't done before. Unless it's brain surgery, that probably wouldn't be too much fun.
Oh, it'd be fun. I mean, might not be terribly successful.
Be fun, just not for the poor sap on the table.
Well, that's you, so that's fine.
Oh.
You know when you don't learn from your mistake?
What, you mean like sending out tweets with typos?
Other than that, I may be gandling off a bridge.
Ah.
Well, that didn't take you long.
No. I thought about knowing I'll knock over. Then drove over.
Alright, well.
Yeah, I'm just sort of waiting on the train to come now.
Da, 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 da.
Alright, well, we're off and running today. Hopefully we can keep everybody employed today. Our unemployment rate was getting pretty high last episode.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I failed at keeping the workers working.
It's a good job that I kind of was not very well still, then I guess.
Well, it's probably why. Oh my gosh. Every time I try to zoom out, I switch vehicles. I change that button. It's maddening.
I like the fact it flung you all the way back to the land, though.
Hadn't landed me perfectly, yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going with this. I just thought it'd be a good idea to take it somewhere.
What are you doing? Never mind, I don't know.
You know the moment you just don't ask.
This is one of them.
No one's asking. Oh, here it comes. This is a pretty big field. This is a big field.
Are you sure it's not 3 fields combined together?
It could be. Someone go ahead and ram him. No, don't do it. Because that means somebody will come over here and ram me.
Who's to say they weren't going to anyway?
That's true enough.
You can't just assume.
Mike probably owes me one after... How many episodes, or how many series ago was that? Was that on 15 or 17? I think we just met Mike.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you. Here, I'm gonna run into you. You don't mind, do you? Ha ha ha. And
Oh,
that's
yeah, it
when
is only Mike.
that's when Mike learned him as a jerk. You might have known that beforehand.
Yeah.
I think most people are aware of that. I'm sure it's on your Wikipedia entry.
I have a Wikipedia. Oh my gosh, I'm famous. Infamous. Also infamous.
Stay away from this person.
Yep. Do not work for.
Be extra cautious when he's not in a hole.
See also 2x4 with nail in.
Yeah, I haven't smacked anyone with a 2x4 with a nail in it recently.
What a shame.
Might have gotten DOS of the bucket, but I don't think that's the same.
Sean, you realise by saying that's a shame that probably the first person in the firing line would be yourself.
I feel like it already is. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is. Fad's vying for second place. Or vying for first place. I don't know.
There's many years of things you can hit us for.
That's right. Oh well,
Coordinated
keeping
hunt of
score.
comedy.
How many of you got a Christmas card from me? Yep, exactly. That's entirely the point. Rick's like, what did I do?
No, Rick's too busy working to be bothered with your prattle.
That
That's
is... Rick, you want to work for Blue Fire? No, he doesn't.
I do.
He does! Ah, but just not as much as Purple Farm does. I work for Blue Farm if there's nothing else to do.
We already discussed this off screen. What Rick gets on Purple Farm is respect and equality.
And what I get's not paid.
Well, it doesn't matter if you work for Purple Farm or Blue Farm, you're not getting paid.
Here, I'll give you a handful
go
of
to
someone
Green
else's
Farm?
canola. Yeah, go to Green Farm. I'm sure the cows will give you some respect. Oh, speaking of
They
cows,
will,
they
yes.
probably need some attention by now, do they?
Keep the fine. I checked them before.
Yeah, okay.
Before. Maybe he's doing another cut on that grass.
Yeah, we need
I
to
think it
get
was ready for one.
some grass fields going for the cows as well as some silage bales to sell. Good money.
Maybe it's worth me switching to. I'm just wandering around aimlessly at the minute.
You're
When I
wandering.
say wandering,
okay.
I mean driving. Just driving around in circles.
Yeah, you could. Are there any missions that you could be working on either farm?
Also, you
You
harvesting?
could.
I thought Sean and Mikey were going to be doing the extra missions and either doing the sunflower harvest or the 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 fields.
Could be
was-
doing them, but no one was there. Or am I meant to be taking the harvester down and doing them?
Yeah, because we've got a harvester that belongs to Purple Farm, and
Okay.
that was the intention for those
Ah.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I would rather harvester. I'll be good.
It has both types of header, as should be required.
One on the front, one on the back.
What is required?
I don't know. I just took the missions.
Oat, wheat, and something.
I think most of them require the grain header.
Yeah, all but one.
So the more astute of our viewers would probably have noticed there's a bit of a change to our heads-up display in the bottom right corner. Everybody's
We have
looking there
astute
right now.
viewers?
All of them are.
Are you sure?
Well, I do. I don't know who watches your videos. Probably normal people. Oh man, I just had like a whole bunch of unsubs. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. We have vehicle extension, which I didn't actually enable yet, so I don't have any idea how to use it. I assume it's like drive control.
Basically.
So So basically, it's disabled by default, which is exactly the kind of thing I need.
I figured as much.
Struggling to find the keys to turn off the derp control.
So much easier. It makes this game so much more immersive.
I don't find the game to be problematic anyway, so...
It's quite hard when you press your brake and you don't go backwards. Or you do go backwards.
I do.
See,
the
the brake
immersion.
pedal's too hard for a reverse.
The immersion is not so great when you're working on slurry. I just gotta say. I don't like being immersed in the slurry. Okay, I am full. Where's my tipper dude? Where's
I
tipper
ditched the tipper dude for
Uh-oh.
a harvester.
I'll have to go looking for one. Squirrely, are you on that? If not, I can just find a vehicle and bring it over.
Oh, whereabouts are you?
I am at the northeast end of Field 8, so if you follow the road up past Field 11,
Okay.
you'll see me. Just pull over the road now.
At least you'll be happy to know I didn't take the railway bridge with the harvester.
You learned! Excellent, good job.
No,
Write
it's
that
too
one on
wide
the
for
calendar.
The reason I couldn't help him last time, my tractor was too wide to get on it.
Let's not assume learned just yet, because if there's a 50-50 chance of taking the wrong way and taking the right way, then this could still just be kind of sheer dumb luck.
Well, I guess that would have been a backhanded compliment then.
If I didn't think the header was too wide, I would have taken it. If that makes any help.
Oh, so there was an element of judgment involved. Okay, so there might be some level of learning. I have yet to be convinced though.
So,
Although I've got to admit, the first ever time I went across that bridge, I was in the case 1455 with Julie's, and the wheels rode on both fences at either side.
good
Now that was
job.
scary when the train came.
Did you find the trailer, Squirrely?
Yep.
Alright, so this...
Is that going to be our next movie then? Throw Victoria from the train.
I
Nah,
thought that
I'll
was the
support
end of the
this.
last series.
Sorry, Hitman, I talked over you.
That's okay. Squirrely, this will be going to the central grain elevator. Both harvests will be going there.
Oh, okay.
Here he comes.
Another news, I'm nearly at the field.
Well
Day's
done.
almost done.
Combine does really twit at 13 mile.
I don't know, are you sarcastic or just don't know what you're talking about? Fast, 13 miles an hour. It's an oxymoron.
Well, that's better than the 5 mile an hour when I got behind going to my sister's the other day.
Well,
Oh, man. Ouch.
I suppose an oxymoron's better than a regular moron.
Yeah, yes. Are you sure?
Do you want us to leave?
That's how you get rid of your workers' fat. I don't know.
Hey, you said the word oxymoron. I didn't say that there was a regular moron here. I said that it was better than a regular moron. You've already
Thanks,
insulted your viewers. I'm not insulting the workers. I'm just talking
Not on
crap.
purpose. I'm just blurting out words. It's not my fault.
If
It's
it's
not a
any-
real insult.
If it's
but-
any help, I insulted myself.
Oh yeah, I've given you plenty of insults, but that wasn't
Yeah.
actually an insult to you.
Oh
That
wait,
was-
does my name have something to do with that? Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Your name is simply your name. You declared it on Twitter.
Is Twitter the new default?
Yes.
Does that make him a twit?
No, that makes him
And a
Victoria because
chair.
he declared on Twitter that he declared I am Victoria.
I'm gonna call him Twittoria, just because. Twittoria. Don't forget by what was I saying?
No one knows.
No one knows.
Even less people care.
Hmm.
Ha.
That's neat. These lights on the end of the header. Pretty neat. When you see this light coming, get off the field. So many accidents every year. People on fields when they're harvesting. I think it's bad now. Wait till they get all this autonomous equipment going. Well, actually, if anything, it might even make it better. I don't know. Depends on how do they navigate? Do they have a radar or something that says, "Hey, tractor, stop"? There's a person standing there. They must have
Yes.
some kind of sensors.
Yes.
They have
Maybe
Lieutenant
like
Commander
Saber.
Data sat on the bridge going, "Life forms, you precious little life forms, you lovely little life forms. Where are you?"
See, Data is like he's taken the place of a human worker. I don't know. Same with these tractors. It's like what unemployment isn't high enough. Let's automate everything. Which should be fine.
Next,
they
you're going to
pay
be telling me that
taxes.
you don't believe in holographic rights and that Voyager's doctor needs to kind of hang up his stethoscope.
Yeah, actually, I guess that is what I'm saying. Now, that hologram could advise a real doctor, I'd be okay with that as a tool.
So you're
And
now
I don't think
calling Voyager's doctor a tool?
yes, it sounded exactly like that because that's exactly what it is. That's it.
I don't remember anybody getting paid in Star Trek anyway.
No.
Yeah, do they get perks or
Mostly.
something? Like what?
The
Is it
economy is
completely
it's
socialist?
a different kind of economy. It's the idea is that they are allowed to exist and follow whatever pursuits they wish to.
But if you watch the movie, I'm sure I've seen them in bars paying for stuff.
Yes.
Only the Ferengi.
The Ferengi have commerce and monetary stuff. There's a global currency of Latinum, but in terms of the Earth culture, it's all kind of about self-betterment and fulfillment.
Wouldn't that be all Federation?
Yes.
So to join the Federation, you give. Oh, I don't know how this is going, but anyway, back to farming. This isn't going anywhere good. All I know is I'm gonna get a whole bunch of people yelling at me. So.
Quit talking about Star Trek. It sucks.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
No, that's an opinion.
It is a very good opinion.
Although you could argue, if you're talking about kind of the existential experience, that if you don't like Star Trek, then Star Trek sucks is a true statement. Whereas if you do, then it's not.
Exactly.
There we go. We got the word existential into an episode of Farming Sim.
Good work.
Take that, brain cells!
And the next big word to add is
Well, we've had oxymoron already, so
and regular moron.
yeah.
That's a given.
Should we start talking about quantum mechanics?
Could.
Yeah, work. I feel like you should try and put anti-disestablishmentarianism in true context.
Well, go for it then.
I don't have a clue.
So you just like blurting out
Expect the
words you
news.
heard one time.
I've heard it more than once, but mighty move.
So there are quantum mechanics in Farm Sim. I don't know if you noticed that. That's how you can tab from vehicle to vehicle.
Hmm.
There you go. It's a
There's no
futuristic.
nuclear physics. Though.
Farm Sim is a sci-fi game. Didn't see that one coming.
Is that why I can hover above a bridge until the train comes?
So if you can't see the train, is it really on its way, or does it just materialize just out of sight and then pop into your view?
Depends how you look at life.
What's Schrodinger,
The tree fo-
Schrodinger say about that?
Well, you know what they say about the tree.
Nope.
If you pretend not to hear Hitman speak, does he actually say anything?
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure yes, but I hear him constantly. He just doesn't shut up.
And if you do hear him speak, does it make any sense?
That's a good question.
No, I think if you do hear him speak and you fail to do what he asks, is it your fault or is it his fault?
Yeah. Because he does have that board with a nail in it. Who are we
But
talking
the
about
question
again?
is, do you have a board with a nail in it or a nail with a board in it?
Ah, no. Does he have a board with a nail in it or a nail with the board around it?
Yeah, that's true.
Things that make you go,
No, I think it's things that make you go.
What came first, the board or the nail?
Squirrely just about
Well,
full here. Okay, you're under.
That depends. I mean, that's the superposition, isn't it? Really, because if the nail was put into the board, then presumably the board came first. Whereas if
But
the
who's-
board went around the nail, then the nail came first.
You broke my brain, thanks.
Yeah.
That's coming out of your farm's money there. Send me
Okay,
$1.
take $5.
Oh, $5. Now I can pay you, Sean.
Is that $5 or $5 hairs?
No.
Oh dear.
And give me some oats. Well, I can't because I'm harvesting wheat, but I could have given you some oats if it was oat, which I thought it was until just now.
Oh dear.
You need to give Mike and Squirrely and Rick a chance to get a word in.
Let them.
I'm
You're
good.
busy.
What about you, Mike?
Don't all speak at once.
You mean all the people that actually seem to do the work whilst we're kind of fapping around on
Yeah.
screen and yakking nonsense?
It's called faff in a boot.
As you wish.
All right, Mike,
Mind
we
you-
need a big word. We need a big word for discussion topic. Oh, I broke his brain. Or his mic.
And Mike broke his bite. So what's broken, mate of the night?
Okay.
That joke is dead.
It was never a lie.
Just wreck the mic, it's fine.
So I've got a question for you. If Mike does a mic drop, is that an act of self-harm?
Depends on if it lands on him.
Depends also what he's dropping. Is he dropping the mic or the mic?
Well, precisely.
Depends what it lands on.
How much mic can a mic
Yeah.
drop if a mic drop could drop mic?
Now I think we're getting into the realms of silliness, which is great.
Weren't we not already there?
No, we've been trying to maintain a level of
Really?
sensibility to the conversation, with a element of humour, obviously. Thanks, Mike.
I just got the humour of you driving along the field with the back tipped up in the air.
Have you done that butter as well?
The back's tipped up in the air and the unloading ramp's in the ground.
He's doing
Alright.
his,
For me.
he's doing his skunk impression. Don't get too close.
It looks perfectly fine on my screen.
Does anyone fancy emptying me?
No, you're right.
This is a big field. I missed that. Oh well, sounded pretty funny.
It was amusing. I don't know about pretty funny. I think
They're mutually exclusive.
I didn't say that.
And go.
Does undo mean for me to do? Or for
Yeah.
you?
More
Shame I'm
shenanigans
not
going on
recording.
there.
Well, Mike said and go, so I got out the combine and walked.
Do you want me to do what I did the other day?
I don't have a 747 on this. Or a day.
No, but I've still got admin rights on this.
Get him.
That would be true. I feel like we need to enlighten others as to what went on now.
It sounds like you got kicked off of a server.
Off his own server.
Yep.
You
There
must
will
have
be
been a bad boy.
He also, the largest tractor possible in this game, managed to get stuck in a ditch and ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
What's the largest tractor in the game? I think it's the largest tractor in the world.
There's a modded tractor as well for the game this time around.
We're far too big for this.
Yes. He had a big bug trying to tow around my Challenger.
It's a bit of a challenge for him, was it?
Actually, it wasn't.
But
That was the problem.
He then got kicked off his farm, so he couldn't access his vehicle. And then he got kicked off the server.
Never known anyone to kick people off of servers. Have you, Hitman?
I've never ever kicked you off your own. Yes, I have.
You have.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I can't imagine doing that, Fad. Would I? Yes, I would. Actually,
You
haven't?
did.
Yes, I have, haven't I?
I think you've done it on more than one occasion, because I think on one occasion I ignored it, and I think on the other occasion I came back on, removed your admin rights, and then kicked you.
Then there's TeamSpeak. We won't even go there.
That was
Shenanigans there.
TeamSpeak I was talking
Oh,
about.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was, I think there was one time where I kicked you off Farm Sim, you didn't come back. Was that you?
Yeah.
I
Yes, that was me.
It's like, oh man, now I've done it. After all this, now I finally found the button. But you came back.
No, I left it long enough for you to think that, and then I came back. I'm a jerk.
We know.
Sang the troll song. Did I mention this is a big field? I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is a pretty big field. Oh my gosh, I'm not getting this done today. I got another
Sorry,
one to
what
do.
What kind of field?
It's a pig field. Big field. A field that's large. And yeah, it's Kernola. Oh my gosh. Greg
It's
got me calling.
Kernola.
I know, it's Greg Gamer's fault. He calls it Kernola and he gets me saying it and I can't help it. It just sounds neat.
Is that like Colonel Law?
Ish, I suppose.
As in, the name is Law and the rank is Colonel.
That reminds me of Archer when the guy he's talking to he goes up to the guy and he says lieutenant and the guy says colonel because he's a lieutenant colonel, and then Archer thinks his name is Lieutenant Colonel. That was at Area 51. Speaking of which, I haven't read it yet, but apparently there's a book from a guy who was in the government in Canada, who was there for a long time in the forces or something. I can't remember what it was, and he says that we have been visited by aliens, and that that it's not such a it's like one of these better kept non-secrets, and that that aliens have been here, and this is from someone who's reputable. So yeah, I haven't read the book yet. I'm just going by what little I read about it. It's like kind of looking forward to that book. So what do you think? If there are aliens among us, are you scared by that, or are you happy about it? You think it's pretty cool?
How do you know we are not aliens?
We don't actually. It's possible we
Exactly.
didn't. But we'll just go on the assumption that the way we understand it is that we are not aliens, and we'll go from there. How's that? It's a starting point.
Because that leads to a whole point. How do you know we're not in the game ourselves?
Okay, well that's the Matrix. That wasn't really what I was talking about. More of a Men in
No,
Black
but it
thing.
leads
That's what
to
I'm
the
talking
same
about.
point: is how do you know we're not aliens being possessed?
Um,
Oh,
let's just think about this in terms of your performance thus far, Sean, and whether or not an intelligence that's capable of interstellar travel would be inhabiting you.
maybe as a joke.
just,
You-
but
You're that
also make
silly
a point-
party hat.
also make a point though. How do you
Oh.
know that this is not what an intelligence is relative?
You killed this entire conversation. Good job.
You you can't say intelligence is relative and then not be able to act in a civilized manner and be able to
In what
travel through
sense?
the stars. In the sense of using a railway bridge.
Oh,
Is it a bridge?
did I mention multiple species, multiple alien species, like from different worlds and stuff?
Yeah.
And this guy apparently says that that is a thing, which means
Don't
that
forget the dimensions.
I don't know anything about dimensions. But what was it I was watching? It was about they were talking about the fourth dimension, and so if there's an ant on a table and you put down a sheet of paper, the ant can't see the side of the paper, only the top. How'd it go? I forget now. Oh, I ruined it. But anyway, the point was that to the ant, it only sees the 2 dimensions, not the 3 dimensions. And so humans, you add another dimension on there, and we can only see the 3 dimensions. The ant can't conceive of a 3rd dimension, and we can't really conceive of a 4th dimension. And I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson when I was watching and was talking about that. Oh, have you watched any Neil deGrasse Tyson stuff? That guy, he's so smart and funny. I just love watching when he's being interviewed and stuff. Anyway, I think we're about out of time now that I've blurted out all this stuff. Food for thought. Yum yum. Brain food. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna have to wrap up here. How close are you to finishing that field, Tad? Pardon the alliteration.
Yeah, getting there.
Getting there. Well, we could go another few more minutes if you want. I don't know.
I've probably got another 2 to 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just shoot the manure pile a few more times here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's got enough ammunition in it already? Jeez.
So aliens, what do you think? Have they visited us? Yes or no? And when we're gonna start with Mike, what do you think? Aliens visit us? Yes or no?
Why not?
Fad?
Say how
Oh.
big they are, does it?
No, that's true. That could be microscopic. Fad, what do you think? Aliens, have they visited us?
I'm not convinced because I'm not sure that would be something that people could keep secret that easily.
That's a good point. Rick, what do you think?
Alien just means not from here, right?
Mm-hmm. Squirrely, you're on deck. What do you think?
That's a toss-up, really.
No, it's an alien.
Some stuff they say is, been made by aliens. But how can you prove that they actually did it, right?
Ask them.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sean?
Well,
Oh gosh.
That's deep subject.
Yes or no?
Sean thinks he's under the control of an alien.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're skipping his opinion. We don't want the opinion of an
I
alien
am
here, okay?
personally. I'm saying they could be here and we don't even know. Is it a government covered up secret, or is it just something that we don't know and they believe?
Oh, so you're going with the Star Trek Insurrection style. They're hiding behind a duck blind and we can't see them.
Who-
Sure,
who's to
giving
say they are?
governments a lot of credit.
Who's to say they're not visible to the human eye? Who's to say they're not part of the human eye? There's so many different theories, it's hard to judge.
So was that a yes or a no? I didn't. Do you think aliens have visited the Earth? Aliens from other worlds? Have to be specific with this guy.
If you'd like a simple yes or no answer, you've come to the wrong.
Okay. So
Sounded like a definite maybe to me.
yeah, that sounds like a maybe.
I would say the results are non-conclusive to the testing performed.
I think for me, going back again is, I've already said I'm not convinced, but if you want to be convinced, I think, would they come back? Just look at the state of this planet. If you visited it, would you come back?
But
Who's to say that?
Is our planet better than their planet?
Yeah. Well, who's to say this that what we've been going through globally with their fighting and going on that's not a natural evolution of a spacefaring race, so that they've all gone through it, and hey, maybe we can actually talk to them and say, how did you make it through this transition period, just from destroying yourselves, and get beyond that to the point where you can work together to achieve such a large goal as interstellar flight. To me, that would be, if I could ask an alien that's what I would ask. But
Yeah.
do I believe they've visited? I do. There's just been there's just too much coincidence for it not to be happen. Now, why would they come back? I don't know, but yeah. Why not, right? Why not? I mean, think about it. If we
Train!
went... Did you
That's
survive
why
it?
they wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
And you're in the bison? Oh dear.
Little bison-y
Hell.
bits.
You were in the bison.
There's a piece of bison over there.
If anyone comes by the store with a lighter,
I'm busy. And I'm in a slow thing, so you're on your own down there. Besides, if I come down there, you'll get out of it immediately. Oh, here's the train.
I'll save fuel for a bit.
Oh, darn it, I'm not gonna make it. Ah, darn, I was gonna get in the train and come over there. Oh well. I tried. Sorry, viewers, I tried. So, about alien stuff, I'd like to hear from our viewers. What do you guys think? Have aliens visited us? What do you think? Yes or no? And you can give your reasons. Just be polite. I'd like to hear them. How about you, Fad? The same for you? Or do you-
Yeah, I think it's obviously an interesting point of discussion.
It's not from to me.
Well, it's definitely not farm semi. I mean, unless you count the whole Romulan Bales incident from a few Tebby 24s ago.
I don't remember that.
Was it? Yeah, I'm sure it was a Tebby 24. Romulan cloaking Bales and Romulans misbehaving with the Bales or something.
Oh, okay.
I definitely
Bale-like,
recall something of that nature.
Was Durr or Stocko involved?
Of course.
Oh, what am I thinking? What a silly question that was. Shenanigans, one of those guys or both are there. Especially that Dirt Tibbers. All right, well, you know what? I think we're at about the end of our time for today.
Yep,
So-
I'm practically finished here. So
Okay. And you recorded today, right? Is that correct?
yes, I did.
Excellent. So so those of you who are viewing, we have two different views available for you. One of us harvesting cotton, and the other harvesting what the heck is this, soybeans. So you can check those out. And we'll go down through the list. Mike, you can start us off with our so long goodbyes.
Bye.
And Thad, you're next.
Take care, folks.
And Rick,
See you later, folks.
Squirrely.
Have a good one.
And I hesitate to. And Sean.
In the terms of us leaving,
Oh my gosh.
hello.
Oh, so the alien
Goodbye.
Victoria says goodbye. And we'll see you next time. Make sure you hit like if you enjoy what you saw today. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.